He's young. He's fast. A race winner for Prema and part of Ferrari's Driver Academy. Today, we're in the Grandstand with Dino Beganovic.
Dino, hi.
Hello.
How are you? All right?
All good. How are you?
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Nice to see you sitting in your rig.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, got mine next to me. That's my. I've only got the Series. Which one have you got?
I got the red one. Right?
Oh, nice. Not wanting to race in VR then?
No. I have 3 screens instead.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I've got VR. Just I love that feeling of being in the car.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't need to pretend, obviously, because you're really in the car.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've never actually tried VR.
It's
Never.
really cool, man. You'll love it.
I want to try it at some point.
Yeah, no, it's worth doing. Well, as I say, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I've got a list of questions just above, just to run through. I mean, I expect most of them are things you've heard or been asked many times before, so probably many times going forwards as well. So, so when did you first become interested in racing?
It was I think 2012.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it was because of my dad. He's a car mechanic, and he's really interested in cars and motorsport in general. So he's interested in that, and always been watching Formula 1 on TV. And then I was as well watching with him, not only F1 but other kind of racing. I wanted to do the same thing. I told him as we were watching on the TV because it seemed fun. I said so. I got more interested into cars. I really liked cars when I was little, and once after school, my dad called me and he said we're gonna try karting on our local track in my town. In Sweden we have something called karting on tour, so it goes to almost every city in Sweden with maybe 10 cars, and then you can try karting like a real go-kart, not a rental kart.
Right.
I would say so. That's where it all started. Then we bought a old used car, and we started practicing a lot. Only practicing for half a year, and then immediately went to race and compete.
Wow. So you're just natural ability then, because I mean you demolished like the Swedish karting league, winning that title and then doing so well in the world and the Europeans as well. I mean, your record's pretty impressive with karts.
Yeah, I mean in Sweden the last 2 years we won almost everything possible.
Yeah.
So in the end we got the opportunity to try karting international by Joachim Ward, which been really pushing my career, and who's the guy, the man behind it.
Yeah.
I mean it's been a long journey so far, and it's a long left to my goal and dream.
Yes, absolutely. So how did you find the jump going from kart to cars? What do you find are the main differences when you got into the F4 car last year?
I mean, it feels like a whole different world, because in karting you're not so protected by anything around you. You don't have, example, seat belts, or you just sit in a plastic seat, not protected by anything, and like just sitting in F4 feels like you're completely protected. You're like seated with the seat belt really tight, and you can't really move. Like in karting you can move a lot in the seat to also change the balance in one way, but like in cars you're really seated and you're really tight. but yeah, compared to karting, I feel like driving wise, it's a huge difference to get used to. Like when I did my outlap, I was like, I will never learn how to drive this. It's gonna be really difficult because it just feels like another word and another completely different thing to drive.
Yeah, and presumably getting used to gear. Well, I suppose with doing iRacing, you're pretty used to doing paddle shift gearing anyway. So that kind of, you didn't have to worry so much about mastering gears as much as you would have done without having a sim, I guess.
Actually, I think that's a pretty good thing to have a sim for sure. But I think most people think that's the biggest change, not the biggest, but a very big change, the gears. But actually, to be honest, I also thought like that in the beginning, but then when I tried it, it was quite natural to get used to.
Yeah.
It was more like just to drive the car and get the confidence in the car and really feel the car with springs, especially like in karting we don't have, and all the weight transfer in the corners, which changes the balance completely.
Yeah, no, it must be incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Italian F4 last season, third in the championship, 2 poles, 4 fastest laps, 1 win, 4 other podiums. I mean, that's an incredible start to your single-seater career. How did it feel from your side?
No, it feels really great to finish the championship, especially P3, and to get the top 3 in the championship, which I'm very happy about. And I learned so much last season. I can't like really describe how much I learned with words, because it's so much amount I learned. And you can take a really clear example in Imola, which we had two races.
Yeah.
2 weekends in Imola. First weekend I put it on pole as the second weekend. But the second weekend just went so much better because I took all the things I did wrong with the first weekend, like the starts, the restarts, the fighting, and the consistency in the races.
Yeah.
To that weekend, and we managed to get my first win and 3 podiums out of 3 races.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
Jim wanted to. My fellow writer on the site, Jim, couldn't make it this afternoon. He wanted to ask you about Imola and whether you just had sort of a particular affinity to the track, or if it's a track you just really liked or something.
No, I really like the track. Everybody knows that it's a very technical track, also from outside, and very historical track. Very tight with technical, high speed corners, low speed, and a bit of everything kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really like the track, and as I say, you can clearly see the step we made the last weekend, where we did it completely perfect compared to the weekend
the first
before
one.
that.
Yeah. No, I was going around Imola in the Skip Barber last night in iRacing, and the back end on that car is so sketchy, you know, especially in some of the braking zones. So.
But I actually enjoy driving the Skip Barber in iRacing.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's my preferred weapon of choice. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. On that track, I think it's really good because you can really take the curbs, and it actually feels like quite realistic when you take them, because it doesn't completely jump off, and like the F3 car would do when you take the curves. Like, I feel like it's really nice to drive it around there and just hack around with it.
Yeah, it's like I mean, personally, I love that car because it's just sort of you feel like you're on the edge of grip in a lot of corners, and there's sort of a semi-slide at all times, as opposed to like we're racing the Formula Renault 2.0 now, and the precision involved with that is a lot harder for me personally. I'm a terrible driver compared to you. My I rating's only 1400. You've got nearly $5,000. So,
yeah. No, but it's also the Formula Renault is, I think, it's the closest car to F4 out of them all. I know most of the drivers drive F3 because it's good, like pretty good grip, and it's a really good car. But I think the Renault is the closest to the F4 car.
Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting to know then. So we can, we'll see how we get. Well, I'll sort of dig out some old lap times and compare them to the real world.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, so F3 Formula Regional this season then, and you did really well at Barcelona in the testing, 5th overall. What's the difference F4 to F3? How did you find the step up?
It's also very interesting, the step. The F3 regional has much more downforce than the F4. The F4 doesn't barely have any downforce at all, and all the aerodynamics, which you can feel while driving, and when the wind changes as well, which I didn't think it would affect that much. And you know, when they talk over the radio in F1 that the wind is that direction or that direction,
yes.
I didn't believe that it could make so much difference, but driving it really did make a lot of difference depending where the wind was going. So I mean, just in terms of that downforce and aerodynamics, I feel like it's a big difference, and you can change so much on the car.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, and I'm really involved in what they're changing and how to make the car go faster. So I make all the notes, what we are changing, and then we can use it for another time if I feel the same thing with the car, which worked last time. So we can try it now. So also, of course, there's more power in the engine. This year we will be using the Renault engine. Last year they were using the Alfa Romeo. So yeah, just in general, everything is more downforce, more power. It's also heavier, so it feels a little bit more lazy in the turnings, kind of.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, everything to be just more, more live, better in actuality and stuff. So it's interesting to hear that you find it a bit more lazy on turning. So, yeah,
because the F4 car is very light compared to the F1 regional. So yeah, you can really feel like it needs some time to get in the corner, and also physically in the arms, it's a huge difference. And I think most of the drivers in F3 also think that regional is harder than the FIA F3 in the arms.
Yeah, I'm presuming is that your target for next season, then the FIA F3, or do you think 2 years in Formula Regional? What's the plan?
Right now we don't know yet. We take it as it comes, because we see how it goes this season with the results and how I develop through the season, and it all depends on that.
Yeah, actually, because I wanted to ask you about that, because obviously you're Ferrari Driver Academy, which is amazing. And do they set you a target that you have to achieve each year?
No, it all depends. Like I'm a rookie again this season, as I was in F4, so it all depends now. Also, when they put 2 championships together, and it will be such a competitive championship, because it comes drivers not only from Italian F4 or Italians who have already been in the category. There will come drivers from all around the world, like from F4 series all around the world, like French F4, English, German, American. So every kind of F4, and also Euro Formula. There will be some drivers coming from there to this category. So I mean, it will be a really competitive championship, which I'm very happy about, and there will be a lot of drivers, as I've heard. So it will be really fun, I think, a fun season to watch and to be in it.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how you get on. Are there any drivers that you're already thinking they're going to be a stiff competition for me?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I have some drivers which are my rivals, of course, and which have an eye on, kind of, as you always have. But yeah, I just want to do my best, and that's the maximum I can do. I cannot do more than that. So, and learn and do as less mistakes as possible.
Yeah, And you're definitely helped out by being with Prema, obviously, who are, I mean, just a powerhouse of a team across all the junior categories. So, how did you feel when you told sort of the last season that you were going to be with Prema in F4, and then obviously for this season as well?
It feels really amazing to be in the Prema family, in the Prema team. So stepping up from F4 with Prema to Formula Regional feels really good. They have a lot of experience, not only in the category but also driver-wise. When you're a rookie, how to think and how to work with a rookie, and the way they're working with the drivers is really good, and the relationship with the drivers, which I'm really happy about, and I'm really happy about to stay in Prema mostly because of that.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And in terms of stepping up, then, has your training regime had to get progressively harder to go to Formula Regional?
Yeah, for sure. I've been working this winter break, especially in the arms, because that's the biggest difference. The arms, the biceps, hands. So yeah, I've changed my training a little bit more compared to the F4. So also now when I go to Dubai, it will be more hot. It will be harder, and it's a race to do. So yeah, for sure it's gonna be hard, but I feel like I prepared quite good for it, and we will see the results when I'm there.
Yeah, definitely. And in fact, mentioning Dubai, Jim wanted to ask you if you've been to the desert before. Are you going to get much time to look around while you're out there? Because you've got the 2 race weekends.
Actually, I've never been to Dubai. Never been to Dubai or Abu Dhabi. So it will be very exciting. And then, as I've heard, it's very dusty there, which can affect the track performance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we will see how it goes and how I find it there.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And so I wanted to ask you, actually, if you did make it to F1, and obviously that's your dream, and you know, I'm certainly hoping that's what you can do. Have you already had any ideas about a permanent driver number? Is there anything sort of like you had a little daydream going, oh, that's the number I'd choose?
Actually, I haven't thought about it, but I've chosen number 7 in Formula 4, and hopefully I will have it this year as well. Number 7. In early days in karting, I was using number 22, so I guess it's between those 2 numbers.
Yeah.
And also, I really look up to Charles Leclerc, so that is a second choice, kind of. Number 16, as I used in the German Championship last year in Formula 4.
Well, he'll still be in F1 by the time he'll get there anyway. He won't be able to steal his number.
Yeah, I will tell him to change it then. Get a new one.
Because if you did make it straight away, you'll be the 12th Swedish driver in F1. So number 12 is a potential.
Yeah, maybe that. You gave me an idea now.
Well, I checked.
Yeah, you gave me an idea now.
Yeah. So how's it been then moving? Because you've moved to Italy. Is it just recently you've just moved?
Yeah, mostly it makes it more easy with the traveling and not going back to Sweden after every time, and also with Ferrari when I have all those activities in Ferrari in the factory, and also with Prema, which are also here in Italy, so I don't need to go so much back and forth. So yeah, mostly because of that, and I'm here with Gianluca and Offer in the same house we live. So
oh, fantastic! Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice to have some company, and also with them I feel really comfortable, and also to have the 1 and 2 in the championship I'm gonna drive in. It feels good as well.
No, that's brilliant. Yeah, and have you all got rigs there? The internet connection must be getting hammered.
Yeah, I only have mine, so
So they're just like, can I have a go? Can I have a go, Dino?
Yeah, but I try to lock myself in.
Yeah, good idea.
No, but it's good. It's good.
And how was it when to move away from your family? Because I mean, yeah, like people go to the university obviously at around 18, but you're a couple of years younger than that. So was it tricky for you, or just like, this is a really exciting adventure? Can't wait.
For me, it feels like I've been away a lot. Last, let's say, 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been karting a lot in Italy, but I've been traveling back to Sweden after every time. So I've been working with the team, with World Racing, when I was in karting a lot. I was staying with them a lot. So my parents were coming to the races, but between the races and practice, I was staying with the team. So I was already surviving alone, kind of.
Yeah.
So when I moved, I actually felt like this would be a really cool adventure to move alone and to see the world kind of in a different way, and not really
Absolutely.
having anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Still I have, but it still feels really good to have done it and to have this opportunity. Of course, my parents are coming to the races and I see them quite often, but yeah, it feels good.
No, that's brilliant. Yeah. And presumably Ferrari have had to give you some, or Prema give you someone to teach you, how to cook nice healthy meals to keep yourself in shape and fit and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I was actually cooking quite a lot when I was at home, because my parents were working for quite long during the day, so I was making the dinner most of the time when I came back from school. So from there, it's been quite easy to do that, but also now with the situation in Italy, it's quite difficult in general to do all the stuff, because the restaurants are closed. It's only open for delivery, for takeaway, and yeah, it's very much restricted. Also in the area I live, it's our orange zone, so it's quite restricted. So yeah, I mean, everything becomes more difficult.
Totally, yeah. We're total lockdown down here as well. So just wanted to ask you how you ended up with Ricardo as your manager, because I mean, obviously Swedish touring car legend, but how did that come about?
Joachim Ward and Ricard have had contact for a few years, I would say, before me and my family actually knew they were working together.
Mm-hmm.
And they told us. So he have had an eye on me, and they have always talked about me, and when I take the step from karting to F4. So yeah, it's been between Joachim Ward and Ricard, as I say. So he have been working with other drivers as Gustav Malja, helping him, and of course it's really good to have Ricard, because he's working really hard for me and doing everything for me, and really a lot of people know him in Sweden, so you have a lot of contact. So
yeah,
it feels great to have Ricard with me on this journey, and yeah, then when we moved up from karting, we met Ricard. Actually, the last year I was karting, we met Ricard just before the season.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the first time I met him was on a national Swedish camp with the national team. So he was there for me, talking about his career, and he was actually there for me, which I got told 3 months later that he was actually there for me to meet me. And yeah, I was a bit shy then, but now it's all good.
That must have been so flattering when you sort of realised that. You just be like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, because I've always watched him also on TV, on the television when he's streaming Formula One for Swedish TV. It's obviously a pleasure to meet Rico for the first time.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, when I was a teenager was when he was racing his Volvos in the British Touring Car Championship. So for me, he's a legendary name. It's amazing. So yeah, it was nice to hear back from him when I emailed him to get to talk to yourself. So I just wanted to check quickly which other questions that Jim had sent me. Make sure I've covered them all. Oh, he says, have you got experience of driving in the snow? Because Scandinavians are renowned for your rally skills.
Actually, no. I really want to do it. I really want to. I know there's been like camps with the Swedish national team, but I never had time to do it. And I know Ferrari did it back in the days with FDA. But I actually never did it. If you don't count this year, I did with the road car on the normal road.
Yeah.
It was snowing back in Sweden earlier this month when I was at home. And from 16 years old, you can test drive with a parent on a normal road. So I was doing that in the snow, and I was like, trying to look fast, and trying to get a little bit of focus about like it's not really any drifting or rally kind of thing.
No, but I mean, there's plenty of time yet. You're still young.
I was trying in the roundabouts.
Oh, roundabouts are just when you just drive on your own, that's how you get the most fun. Just launching into a roundabout. I upset the kids so much with that. He said, obviously, your birthday's next week, 17 next week, yeah?
Yeah.
And he said, what's on the wish list and what did you get for Christmas? Which I thought was a bit of a twee question. I wasn't going to ask you that.
Actually, for my birthday, I don't really wish anything. It's been so tight, I haven't really thought about it. I've been doing so much stuff, but I think I will celebrate my birthday with Marcus Armstrong and Arthur Leclerc on the bicycle.
Nice.
So Marcus will take me on a ride because he really loves doing long rides with the bike, and Ferrari organized a ride for us. So yeah, I guess I will spend my time on the bike on my birthday, and then we will see what we will do. But mostly that. And for Christmas, I was with my family. I mean, I got P3 in the championship, which I'm happy about. But I'm happy. I have my sim, and really the sim I have is for sure enough for a couple years at least.
Yeah. Have you got a load cell brake or just a standard one?
Yeah, a load cell. Load cell of 90 kilos, I think. It's the Fanatic V3.
Yeah. No, the load cell's definitely the next upgrade I need to do. Getting my braking right. So.
Yeah. I think actually this one is pretty good. I know Heuskenfeld is really good as well.
Yes.
Closest to real life, but also I want to upgrade the wheelbase to a direct drive.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And you wanted to so obviously you're getting into the driver academy and stuff. So are they already giving you what do they cover with you? Do they giving you driver training as well as like physical training and stuff?
Yeah, for this year I have a bit different program from F4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I step up, and then otherwise not really anything new, just in terms of physical training mainly, and then we keep working on the mental training on the meetings we have done last year.
Yeah. And is there the sort of prospect of an older F1 car at Fiorano being sort of dangled over your head if you win the championship. You'll have a spin round the track.
I wish. No, but I hope soon. Yeah, just as the progress goes on, I think hopefully there will be opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can't wait because I mean, you know, your results over the last 3-4 years speak for yourself. You know, you're just obviously a highly talented driver. You know, incredibly quick, and we're really excited to see what you can do. Hopefully, we can have another chat sort of later in the year when you've got sort of midpoint in the Formula Regional season, if that's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing stuff. Well, I'll have to get my iRating up so I can meet you on track in iRacing.
I'm actually doing the IMSA this week in Silverstone.
Brilliant.
So yeah, it's a nice track to do the IMSA there.
Yeah, no, we're doing. Yeah, we've got I'll send you the link to the website. We do a league called Limited Artesian, and so I do commentary in that and do the racing. We did Skip Barber last year, which you know I enjoyed because I felt very good in that. But now I stepped up to the Formula Renault, I'm fallen to the back somewhat. So
yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Got some work to do there. So well, thank you so much for your time today, mate, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Season. Take care. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.